Mcginn, that happiness in your eyes.
Hey friends, today I'm going to talk about how I obtained the date for my consultation. It kind of all started back in February of 2019. I became a permanent hire at my workplace. Before that I was temp to hire, so I was finally with my company and not through a temp agency. I ended up getting insurance through them, and it ended up having to be 30 days before, because that's usually how it goes. So March, like 1st or 2nd, I got all my insurance card information, and I ended up emailing Blue Cross Blue Shield and was like, I'm looking to get gender confirmation surgery, probably out of state. What information do I need to know? What can you give me? Just in general, what's going on? 2 weeks later, they got back to me and they're like, all right, we need medical codes, procedural codes, trans codes, addresses, this and that. So I took that information and I emailed the Papillon Center. And this was my first contact with the Papillon Center, so emailed them, was like, I'm looking to do surgery through Dr. Mcginn. I'm kind of talking to my insurance company right now. This is the information they need. Can I get some information to give back to them? So they gave me the information the next day. At that same time, when they emailed me back, they said, how about you become a patient with us so we can get you into our systems and we can actually start the ball rolling on some of this stuff that can be done ahead of time. So I filled out the application, and it was pretty it was like a 5 to 6 page, maybe even longer application, just medical history, your history, some of my transitioning history and such. So a lot of the stuff that they need to know for the surgery. Once I filled out that application for the Papillon Center and sent it in to them, they were like, we will get back to you and we have about a 20-minute call, just kind of go over the application, any other information we might need more specifics of, and just some other information we're going to let you know. So this was about April when they called me, and they called me on like a busy work day, and it was a very stressful day just with work, and ended up playing phone tag with them about 4 times. The lady I talked to was very nice about everything. She was understanding. We just kind of went over information that was on the application. They need a few more specifics of dosages of like previous medication I took like in the last like 2 or 3 years, and they just want to make sure that the stuff I was taking has no effect on the healing or the surgery process. So make sure you're very accurate and know what you have taken when you fill out that application. Then she kind of went over the cost of the surgery that Dr. Mcginn charges. Dr. Mcginn, as of 2019, charges $17,190. That price point is actually lower than what I've found researching on the internet, so it was actually nice. The ranges I found were like $18,000 to $22,000, so that was good to like be a little lower than what I was finding. Because Dr. Mcginn doesn't take financing or take insurance, the insurance is going to have to cover some of it. The lady did state that don't expect Blue Cross to cover more than 50%. This is kind of what she saw, and specifically asked for a reasonable and customary reimbursement for the procedure. So like that other chunk that they don't charge is on me to figure out how I'm going to pay for it. So during this time, which was April, I was actually in the process of trying to find a therapist or two for the letters, because you need 2 letters for recommendation. I was looking for a therapist I could go to on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, just for my own mental health that I was going to be continuously going to. And then I was looking for a second one that either I would have to do a weekly or bi-weekly until they can write me the letter, or find one that could specifically write me a letter. Fortunately, there was one out here in DeKalb, Illinois, that he writes letters specifically, and it's only a 90-minute session that he meets with you, which was perfect. So I set up an appointment with him, and we did that. Within like a week and a half, I got my letter. So we were able to get a date of June 17th, which is a Monday. They do all their consultations on Mondays, and they do all their surgeries on Tuesdays. One of the things that was brought up was just before the consultation day, one of Dr. Mcginn's workers will call and have another about 20-minute conversation and just kind of go over things with the letter, the application you filled out, and maybe get some more information. I just want to make sure that there's consistency going on with everything, and I had that call last weekend. It went fine, everything. They just need some more specifics with different things here and there. Dr. Mcginn does actually give military discounts to active duty and veterans, so like any procedures and any fees, I guess. Actually, she gives like a good percentage off of the surgery, so the surgery is going to cost me going from $17,000 to about $14,000, which $3,000 in savings is huge. be helpful for me because then it lowers the cost of what I have to pay out of pocket and everything, what the insurance won't cover. So, and once I had that information, I was very, very excited about it. One of the other things I'm going to kind of go over is the WPATH Standards, or the World Profession Association for Transgender Health. It's a standards of care that a lot of surgeons and doctors should use when treating trans people. I'll leave a link down below for their website and kind of like the PDF of what their standards of care are for like any procedures, any surgeries, what other things they look for. I'm just going to go over the standards of care and what they are looking for vaginoplasty. They want to make sure you have informed consent. I did use informed consent when I got my hormones. So it's pretty much you know what you're getting yourself into and that you're in the right mental state. They want to make sure there's well-documented gender dysphoria with your therapy sessions or like your past history of things that have gone on and different signs of things. On top of when you're on hormone replacement therapy, they want you to be, and I quote, 12 continuous months of living in a gender role that is congruent with their gender identity. They want to make sure any medical or mental health concerns are controlled, whether it be any medical things you have going on, any mental health. They want to just make sure it's under control before the surgery. That way you are mentally and physically healthy for the surgery and the post-op care. They want 2 referrals for surgery, whether it be from a psychologist, therapist, psychiatrics, or a sexologist. So I already have one sent into the Papillon Center. The other one they said they want written 3 months before the surgery, so I can hold off on that with my therapist. Another thing is that they recommend, and I don't know if this is with Dr. Mcginn specifically, but they want you to be in a body mass index or BMI range of 18 to 28. So with the BMI, they want in that range. They don't want you to be obese or overweight. They want you to be considered healthy. Right now I'm probably 30, so I need to lose about 9 more pounds to get into that healthy state. It's kind of funny because the weight that I've been since I was in the military has always been considered overweight or obese, but to the military that wasn't that big of a deal because I still passed my PT test. So another thing that Dr. Mcginn has as an optional care is electrolysis. With electrolysis, they want you to have your genital area cleared of hair. That way when they create the neovagina that you don't have hairs growing inside and ingrown hairs and make more complications. It is said that 12 to 18 months before your surgery that you have as many sessions as you can. I'm kind of on the back end of that, so I am trying to get as many as I can in before the surgery. I've had 2 so far, but I will go into that more in the next video. So that is it for this video. In my next video I'll probably talk about my electrolysis experience and how it differs from laser hair removal. Like I said, I've only had 2 sessions so far. But if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below, send me a message, and as always, thanks for watching.